I'm going to take you quickly through the materials I use today, and there's an emphasis on that because I want you to work with what you have. I don't like you to have to buy anything in. But I'm using Bockingford, and this is watercolour paper and it's hot pressed. If you want to work with cold pressed, this works with that too, so you just go with what's comfortable for you. As to brushes, I'm using a flat brush actually, 1/2 inch Studio Synthetic from Jackson's. You can use a round brush, it's not necessary to have this same brush. And then a liner, fine liner, this is Billy Shoal's fine liner, I use that quite a lot. Let's whiz through colours. Again, you don't need to have the same as me, but let's have a look what I've got here. And I'm using a mix of gouache and watercolour today. I've got quinacridone magenta. I'll put them here, you can see. I'm using a little bit of white. I think I have one already open, yes I do. So we'll use that one. In Danthrum Blue, which beautiful blue. Perylene Red is something that I really like. That's one of my favourite reds. Buff Titanium. Quinacridone Gold. Got some Perylene Violet here, which I've not used a lot before, so I'm quite interested to see how that will work. I've got some Van Dyke Brown. I'll take you through alternatives if you don't have these exact colours. I've got Neutral Tint and Burnt Umber. So I'm just going to start off by spraying the paper, and then we're just going to add some very gentle background washes, fairly random. Want a nice warm one up here. So this raspberry colour here is Perylene Red, and I think I added some of the magenta to it. And I'm going to add that to the mix here I have of the red and the magenta. Slightly different from the Quin Gold, just want to get some lovely subtle differences in colour here. Little dab of Quin Gold in that. Quin Gold just kind of explodes and travels beautifully. And you can roll your brush, you can just move it, a circular movement. But really this is intuitive painting, so I think you need to just go with what feels right for you. Just going to blot a little bit. So for our embellishers, we want some grey. And I'm going to add some white to it. So I'm going to water that grey down even more and just go in with some very pale lines like this, and they can be coming out from behind some of these shapes. And then we can do some little brush dances at the end. I'm going in with water first, but you'll be able to see once we drop the grey in. And this is just a mixture of circles, dots and brush dancing, that's what I would say. So if we did another one here, and this is wet, and that's okay. I quite like all the different textures. And we can make these a little bit more formed because they're going to be forward from those other ones. A little bit of white mixed in so to calm that down, and some of this warmer brown so we can start to see different hues. That's pooling, which is fine. I'll just dry off a brush and then go in and lift some of that colour. Mix of the grey with the brown. I really like this bit here, so where it goes into the pink almost, and the way to do that is to draw the water towards the colour and then allow it to do its thing. Then you don't have a hard line. Might just add a little bit of white there. White just kind of melds them all together and it softens it so much, it's lovely. Let's now go into this set here and start off again with some water. I'm just going to bring them forward a little bit. So I'm putting the water down first and drawing almost just underneath the plant and then dropping in that grey. Let it do its thing. You could also kind of do a few stems. It's hard to see because I'm just doing water there, but start to see those appear as well. Then I want some warmer ones as well. And I want to just kind of mix up a lovely rich colour between the Quin Magenta and the Quin Violet. I'm not going to think about it too much, just some little flower shapes. Just going around and over these washes that we did at the start. They all look quite samey, those colours, so I want to just add in some different hues to them. Taking the water to the petals, that will pull them out. I quite like a coral one here. Green gold with the magenta and a little bit of red. Whilst you've got one colour on your brush, you can always go around and just add it to the other flowers. I want the very palest one here. I want to bring this one out a bit.